Now, in answer to your many requests, we've got one of America's favorite comedians on tap for you. It's none other than the village storekeeper himself, Jack Haley.
Shirley, how are you? Thank you very much, Shirley. And hello, fellas. Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute. Jack Haley, what is this? What's brought on this singing?
I'm sorry, Shirley. I've been taking the better music up. And last night, I went to the opera to learn a few things.
Really? Well, what did you learn?
You need tickets to get in.
What was the name of the opera, Jack?
Pardon me?
What was the name of the opera?
Well, let's see. It was that thing about the vagabond lover in the Illinois State Penitentiary.
There's no opera like that.
Oh, yes, Shirley. Oh, yes. Romeo and Joliet. Good night.
No, you mean Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, he got out. I see what you mean. You know, one thing, I think it was a mistake selling tickets to the servicemen.
Why?
Well, in the second act, when Romeo started climbing up to Juliet's balcony, 2 sailors beat him to it.
2 sailors? You mean 2 sailors actually did that?
Yeah, they bought tickets for the balcony, and that's what they wanted. Where am I? Of course, I see it. Of course, I lean toward French opera.
Oh, I do, too. There's nothing better than Mignon, well done.
What'd you say? I want to get even with her. I worked 2 pictures with her, and she made me repeat all the time. I'm going to make her repeat. What did you say, Shirley?
There is nothing better than Mignon.
Oh,
well
personally,
done.
I prefer top sirloin with plenty of onion. I really have a great voice. I'll never forget when I sang the opera, Aida.
Aida? I'll bet you don't even know how it goes.
Oh, no? Aida, sweet as apple cider. Oh, yes, and I'll never forget that big scene at eventide when I slipped into my wife's tent. There she was sleeping peacefully. I whispered softly into her ear, Senorita, Senorita, my beautiful Senorita.
She's Senora.
What?
She's Senora.
Who cares how she sleeps?
Jack, before I get off.
Oh, you're getting off, eh? Well, there was one, don't you want to hear my opera? I'm going to sing an opera. Don't go away. I have my own opera that I wrote. The story opens up in the Union Station in Chicago. Is there someone here from Chicago? There's a bus leaving in 20 minutes. There are a lot of fellows hanging around the station with their old bags. Our hero in the song walks up to the porter and he says, do you hear that whistle down the line? I figure that it's engine 49. She's the only one that'll sound that way on the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Couldn't get a reservation. I had no pull. When I got on, I found the train was full. So I slipped the porter a fin. He gave me a room so small, imagine my chagrin. When at every station the conductor locked me in. On the Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe. Then I saw the printed message on a sign. Just above the seat that I had thought was mine. Passengers will please refrain from using this room while the train is in the station. On the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Sit down, Shirley. Sit down. I got a lot more yet. Now in the next scene, our hero... Well, let's see what our hero does. In Act 2, the guy rushes to his girl's house to see the slender young thing he left behind. He is amazed at the weight she's put on. He left a pin-up girl. He comes back to a nail-up girl. June is her name. She is so fat that she can sit all night and lose at a poker game and get up from the table with a pot. Now, that's... She's written him letters about how she never went outside of the house while he was away. Now he finds out why. She couldn't get through the door. That's the cue for the heartbreaking aria, second stanza. Oh, June was busting out all over through her floppy jaws. She looked so lovely, so jammy that way. I couldn't believe my peepers. She was busting the bejeepers out of all her clothes. She looked so chubby that way. I'd been away for years. I said, let's pet, but she just jabbed. She made me fret with her yatta-twa. I'm singing for a friend of mine. He's in the lobby. He couldn't get in tonight. You know, to sing, one has to suffer. You, not me. A lot of people don't know it. I used to be with Nelson Eddy. I used to sing. He taught me how to sing shortening bread. No matter how many times I sing it, it always comes out whole wheat. I cannot. This says here about the opera, then Fatso sees her hero outside. That's the heroine, I guess, Fatso. She screams, darling, all those years on your Pacific island, I know what you were thinking of, dreaming of, longing for. She opens the door. He opens his arms. She throws out a can of milk. I don't read it, isn't it? I mean, the other stuff. Well, now, they must have figured that was funny. Some guy sat down and figured out. They said, darling, all those years on your Pacific island. Now, this is the girl talking to the fella. I know what you were thinking of, dreaming of, longing for. I gave it everything. Longing for. She opens the door. He opens his arms. She throws out a can of milk. Maybe it builds up the joke that's following. I don't know. We'll see. Sit down, Shirley. Will you sit down? You're a big girl. If you want to go, you go ahead. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's 3 feet away from her. But Fatso takes him in her arms, and she holds him close. He's still 3 feet away. He's a little disappointed. A guy likes a girl that's stacked, but not if she's stacked like the dishes in the kitchen sink. And I got some more opera, haven't I? Yeah. In the last... Oh, wait, that's the last scene, yeah. Well, so our hero says... That'll be the cue. I want some mugging and some squeezing. I want some hugging and some teasing. I want some loving and some spooning. And sweet honeymooning and stuff like that there. I've been to the Pacific shore, and since I've returned, and since I've reached this shore, how I adore your adver boy. You're rounder than a lollipop, and every time I kiss you, oh, how I hate you. Good, that's you, oh, yum, yum, that's you, oh, great, that's you, and fine, that's you, oh, leave us, bleed, dear, you and me, dear, you're too heavy for my Chevy, where's that, that's the Pico and the Santa Fe, S-A-N-T-A, Santa Fe!
Well, fellows, the curtain rolls down on another command performance. We all send our very best to each one of you. And that goes for Jack Haley, Anita Ellis, Larry Adler, Keenan Wynn, Hume Cronyn, and Peter Lawford, and me. Remember, we are yours to command. So if you've got something special in mind you'd like to hear on Old CP, give us the word. Just write to Command Performance, Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA. We know and appreciate the job you fellas overseas are doing for us now. We know and appreciate the job you fellas in the hospitals have done for us in the past. Good night and love from Shirley Temple.
This program was arranged with the aid of the Hollywood Coordinating Committee. This is the Armed Forces Radio Station.